Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hey, Sherry, how are you tonight, honey? I was starting to get worried. I was thinking, is there something wrong with my chat? I see numbers like 4 or 5, but nobody's saying anything. Go ahead, you could pop on and say hello. I just started like a few minutes ago. Ah, the darn bowl. No, I ate 2 of them and I put the rest away in a little cookie tin. I have it over by my cookbooks. I'll probably eat 1 or 2 tomorrow morning with breakfast, but they were good. They always come good. I think I'm gonna make this week too. Maybe blueberry muffins and blueberry bread. I actually found a recipe for that. No, somebody just sees your legs like. No, I know. I just say. I know. Oh, hey, Techie. I haven't seen you on one of my live chats in a while. Yes, they could be frozen. Yeah. If you actually put them in a good freezer bag. You know what, Catherine? I got a small amount. There was a lot this time around that I didn't get. So I don't know if it was just that the sites ran out and didn't have enough. I found a different source for samples, actually. It showed up in my email, in my Gmail, and I get a different notification every day, and I go on. So like 2 nights ago, I ordered, I want to say like maybe 6, 7 different samples. So we'll see if I actually get them. One was from NYX lipstick. Another one was, trying to think if it was Maybelline or if it was something else. Might have been Maybelline. But a bunch of different ones. So we'll see. I mean, I do have a small amount. I might do a short video on, but like not really like what I usually have. So yeah, I might do a small video. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of went through like a dry spell. I don't know why. I'm thinking they just ran out. Well, he's getting ready to go to work, Techie. He knows. He knows. Hello, Amber. How are you? Techie, if you're going to be on for a bit, can I make you a moderator along with Charity and whoever else wants to be if Charity comes on? Amber, you were on last time. I think you were a moderator. When I got a whole mess of weirdos. Oh my God, weirdos. Absolute weirdos. Oh, how are you doing, Amber? Oreo was actually snoozed on my bed. Miss Feisty, let me show you a second. Miss Feisty is on the radiator. She's snoozing. I actually am starting to do a video of the two of them, and I caught like 2 cute little clips. And when I have like maybe about 10 minutes worth of video, I'll edit it and upload it in their playlist. It's really, really cute. You don't see them sleep together too often anymore, but lately I do catch them napping together, which is really, really cute. And I was like, I've got to record this, which I did. Techie, I will tell you when the time comes to add some moderators. I will. Simply, there will be a blue wrench by your name, and I will add you as a moderator. And basically, anybody says any kind of trashy stuff, you're able to click on their comment and like put them in timeout for a period of time or delete their comment. That's if it gets really, really crazy. And last time I had live chat, it got crazy after that raid. Yeah. I mean, it was nice. I scored $50, but... Oh, I thought you were a moderator, Amber. Huh, I could have sworn you were. Yeah, there's a few confirmed cases in Pennsylvania.
2 of them.
2 of them so far. So, I don't know. Oh, you know what, Catherine? I do have to go on that particular site. You told me about that before. You know what? Let me write that down, actually. Because I know you told me that name before. And I have a couple of different sites that I check out, but yeah, okay. Okay, Techie, no, I understand. Oh yeah, no, I reported like 2 of them too, especially that one with the name Dog Killer. Like, what a sicko. Oh God. I mean, in all honesty, they probably were just harmless people just being twisted, but some of the stuff they were saying was really twisted. So I don't know if they're really so harmless, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's just like a bunch of teenagers screwing around on a laptop, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they follow some of them other YouTubers that were doing a raid. I don't know. I don't know what their channels were about or anything. Yeah, I did do that. That's what some of the mods are doing too. Yeah, blocking them. I do enter sweepstakes sometimes, Catherine. It depends. Like if it's something, honestly, I could, if it's something I could use. Yeah, like I said, like, I don't know. Sometimes it goes through like spurts too. Like you get a lot of samples and then other times it like slows down a little bit. So it depends. But I am going to check out before I go to bed tonight that other site, Bonbo. I've been on the balance every day. Becca on a budget goes on that one a lot. And I actually got a few came up in my Facebook feed. Yes, Techie, you can block them. You can also put them in timeout. I think I got like one or two popped up in my Instagram feed too. And the more that you like sign up for in your Facebook, they say the more freebies you'll get. So I don't know. It was like about that big. And I went on and I liked their page and went on the website and everything else. And it never came up in my Facebook feed or Instagram feed. Like the site and the Instagram page, but not for that sample. So I missed out on that. Yes, for like 300 seconds, Techie, they could be timed out, but they were just getting too crazy. We just blocked them. I did fill out for a couple of things, home testing, and I never get picked. Oh, hi, Ralph. How are you, honey? Yeah, it is. It is. During the summer, I went through a major growth spurt. It was absolutely amazing, and I love it. I'd love to go through another one this summer. I think like doing a lot of the videos, more of the videos outdoors is nice. People enjoy that. I know I enjoy doing it outdoors. The light's just perfect. Well, with the exception of the blinding sunlight. Okay. Have a good night, honey.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All righty. But hello, Delisha. How are you? But yeah, Ralph, a lot of my outdoor videos were just nice to do hauls and everything, like maybe like 3, 4 o'clock into like when the sun would just start setting a little bit. That light was just perfect. Not too bright and not dark, and it was just nice. I'll be doing gardening videos this spring and summer too, so I will be doing more outdoor videos. So, yeah. No, I know, Catherine. I know. I do know. Yep, you're right. There's so many different sites out there. I used to do Tri-Spree, but I just don't believe that's legit because I never got anything from there. Getafree.us. I did get a few things from there, but I haven't really seen anything that I really wanted lately. A lot of their offers have been more for like restaurants that we don't have around here, so I haven't really been on there too much. Guidetofree.com. I did request a few samples from there. So again, like I said, we'll see if I do get them. Yes, no, Techie, you're absolutely right. You are right. Yes, I have coffee. One of these times I'll probably surprise you guys. I'll switch off the tea and you'll be thinking I'm drinking coffee. Be like, no, I'm drinking tea. It has been actually nice the past couple of days, with the exception of the day I went to the food pantry and I got soaked. That rain was not, when I got up in the morning and checked the weather app, and I even asked, I don't have Alexa on my laptop, but I have Cortana. And I asked Cortana, how is the weather? And it said about being a little bit cloudy. That was it. Well, don't you know, I'm just getting ready to literally walk out my back door here. And I look up and Yeah, it's raining. Okay, not hard. Turned out to be a disaster, absolute disaster. So no, it was real nice today, beautifully sunny. I want to say it was in the 50s. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Techie. Because I ran out a couple of times, like with my recyclables and garbage and everything, and I didn't even have a coat on. I didn't even have shoes on. I was in my bare feet. I actually walked on the grass for a little bit, very dried out. I'm hoping by maybe the end of the month, as long as we don't get like any more snow by the end of the month, that uh, maybe beginning of April, I can turn around and try to loosen up the roots from our sunflower plants from last year. Because in October, when they finally dropped the last of their seed and the birds were having a field day, when we tried to dig them up, the ground was already freezing. I was completely unaware of that. That was like the last thing left in my garden. So it was kind of weird that the ground froze like that quick, you know? Um, and Ronnie nor I could get them up. That the ground was just too hard. Oh, wow. Regal Cinema, really? Oh, that sounds amazing. Darn. And every time I turn around, there's a movie I want to go see. And my poor granddaughter, well, I'd ask her different times what the hours are so I could like go see her, even if it's just for a little bit, at the movies. And she gets busy and forgets to tell me. So I wound up watching Gretel and Hansel online, and I hate to say it, but I wasn't all that impressed. And I'm a big horror movie buff. And she had said you might want to check out a little bit online before you actually spend the money to go see it, because she asked people how it was at the movies. And a lot of people were like, yeah, it wasn't that good. I tend to agree with them. I didn't care for it. The pacing was like slow. And there was a lot of scenes that were just like the girl and the woman sitting at the table talking, girl and the woman sitting at the table talking, kids are in bed, girl and the woman sitting at the table talking. Like there's a good, I want to say 20 minutes of film in that movie that is nothing but them talking. And it's like, like I expected it to be scarier than what it was. No, I hear you, Catherine. I kind of slacked off for a little bit. I got busy, other things, and really didn't keep up with them like I usually do. So far, Sherry, I don't have a cold, but you know what? That doesn't mean anything. Um, I think it's what, 6 to 10 days or something. You can get a cold from getting like sick like that. Hello, Dawn. How are you, dear? Ooh, 62 in Indianapolis. Now that's my kind of weather. I would like that. Pennsylvania, the weather has gotten weird the past couple of years. It's nuts. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? I'm doing good. The Lone Raider. I travel these lands called YouTube. Well, hello, Lone Raider. Do you have a trusty sidekick or are you solo? But darn, I would love to win the $25 gift movie card for Regal Cinema. Heck yeah. Yeah, I could use that. I would like to go see Harrison Ford Call of the Wild. Solo. See? Oh, unfortunately. I gotcha. Catherine, you are one of my subs that picks up on things in some of my videos. So I have to ask you, have you watched my video where I was making the chocolate applesauce cake? I was told that there is some odd things in that video. And when I watched it on my friend's phone, I did notice a tiny orb literally was like right on my boob. It was hilarious. I don't know how I missed that. And I watched it on TV. But I was wondering, would you be able to, like, if you did already watch that video, go back and watch it again? It's the chocolate applesauce cake video. And tell me if you see anything in the microwave and anything behind me when I'm mixing, because other folks have seen things. The microwave, yeah, I did sort of make something out in the microwave, but I didn't see anything per se like behind me, but other people have said they seen things, and you pick up on things. So would you let me know, Catherine, if you watch that video, if you do see anything? I noticed a little orb that went across real quick in front of my microwave. Oh, Rainy and Jeannie. I keep forgetting the time difference from here and Scotland. So, yeah, it's only like, plus we have started daylight saving time. So we actually sprang a leak and sprang ahead. So it is 8:40 here. Ronnie actually just left to catch a lift to go to work. Yes, Techie, you noticed the orb on my boob. I seen it that time when you pointed it out to me. But yeah, Catherine, if you could like check out that chocolate applesauce cake video and let me know if you notice anything weird. Focus on the microwave. If you see like a face in the microwave or anything behind me, I did notice an orb going by real quick in front of the microwave. Techie noticed one literally on me. Yeah, it was here on this side. Ronnie's hand is actually doing pretty good. He's been wearing those gloves. He hasn't been on the original machine that actually gave him the issue. They've put him on other machines. So I don't know if he's going to at some point go back on that one. But at least he has the protection, the gloves that I got him with all the padding here, right up here in the fingers here. So where he was getting the blunt of the having to hit the machine is a lot more padded. The doctor liked them, and the doctor told him he should wear them. And they're a lot sturdier and a lot better made than the thin gloves that the company gave him. Like my gardening gloves from Dollar Tree are thicker. So I don't know where they get off with these crappy gloves. You're better off getting your own. Thank you, Catherine. Guys, Catherine is one of my subs who notices things in different videos of mine. Techie, I think I mentioned what she's seen in my one video to you. I was telling you about it. Oh my gosh, really? And I remember watching those videos and she talking about Social Security. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what, Catherine? The dark-haired woman might have been her daughter. Might have been her daughter. I think she did them videos not too long after she talked about her one daughter that did pass away. Odds are that's her daughter, the dark-haired woman. I don't know about blonde-haired woman, but I did see when she showed the picture of her girls, that was probably her daughter. And to think, my back was turned and I didn't even know they were there. Like I said, I don't see them. See, that's the thing. I have seen ghosts in my lifetime. I more feel them. I feel like a subtle temperature difference. I'll feel like extreme temperature difference. But I very seldom see them. Now, there's ghost cats here. I knew that as soon as we moved in because they started messing around with my cats. And my cats dove off my bed, flew into the parlor, and went flying into my big front window, right up into the glass. I heard the clunk. So what they did was, I guess, went through the glass And we're looking at them like, haha, we could do something you can't do. And my cats were like, what the heck did they do? And every so often, if I just happen to be sprawled out and one of my feet are hanging off my bed, I will feel a wet nose on my ankle. A wet nose and sometimes whiskers. So they are around. And the one night, Oreo and Feisty were literally sleeping on the left corner of my bed, and something was like putting its paws. You could hear it. Like, I still have plastic on my mattress and box spring with the sheets on and everything. And the plastic, I could hear it, like, because I'm laying right there by it. I could hear it. And I'm like, go ahead, guys, come on up. Why not? And honestly, it felt like something jumped up on the bed. I didn't see it, but it felt like something just literally lightly went up on the bed and was somewhere like, I want to say over maybe like by my side, my hip a little bit. And I'm believing it's like one of the ghost kitties, because my cats are so used to them being around that they don't faze them. The orange kitty. I have not seen the orange kitty. I have seen a white and gray, and I have seen a beautiful smoky gray. But yeah, I have not seen the orange one. Not yet anyway. And I usually don't see them direct on. I'll see them out of the corner of my eye. And then when I quick go to look, like, they're gone. But I do notice them. I have very good peripheral vision, oddly enough. I could be blind as a bat at night, but I have very good peripheral vision, so it's hard for things to sneak up on me. Sounds crazy to say, but it's true. And I will notice them sometimes out of the corner of my eye. A thin, dark-haired woman. Yeah, might have been her, yeah, that sounds like it might have been her girl watching her. Which would make sense, because her mom did do a couple of videos about that, talking about what happened to her, and that makes sense. Oh yeah, my guys can be sound asleep and literally like bolt right up and sit there staring out in the hallway, and I don't see anything, and I'm like, okay, obviously they see something, I don't. I mean, I'll actually even like go stand in my doorway and look around. I don't feel any temperature difference, so I don't feel anything, but that doesn't mean when the cats isn't there. Well, dogs and cats, they say do. Definitely. They do. I mean, like, I can pick up on things a lot of times. And I know down in that pantry of mine, yeah, like, I can usually tell by the fifth step going down if certain ones are around. I'm going to be feeling very uncomfortable for a few seconds. Not scared, just like uncomfortable, because it's like an unearthly cold all of a sudden. And the hair will stand up on the back of my neck, just like a lot of negativity. Makes you very uncomfortable. But then other times, I can like do laundry late at night and be running up and down my basement steps, maybe pop in my pantry for something, and I feel nothing. It's a little bit chilly, like that's it. So I know they're not around all the time. I guess they make their rounds. I don't know. Oh wow. Now see, as a kid, that would scare the living heck out of me though, if I seen something coming through my wall. Like, I would be terrified. I would be, as a little kid, terrified. If something was like trying to come through my wall, I'd be paranoid. I will, definitely, Catherine. I will. She may be on later. She may be on. She may pop on. Well, I know about 2 months before we were in the fire when I was a little girl, I seen a lady in white sitting on a window seat in the windows, like well, by the windows, by our fire escape. And about 2 weeks before that, my grandmother heard a cricket in the kitchen. And my grandmother was panicking, going insane, tearing things apart, trying to find this cricket. She heard this cricket chirping. And like, when they finally found it, she said to my grandfather, "Get that the hell out of my house." My grandmother was very superstitious, and my grandmother said, "Well, that's an omen of something not good." And I was a little kid, and I couldn't understand what was a cricket chirping, you know, like, what's the big deal? Well, she said, when it's in your house chirping, it's not good. And sure enough, 2 months later, again, in the kitchen, smoke started coming through the kitchen light. And I was the one that actually smelled it because they were in the front room watching. My mom and my grandmother were watching Elvis Presley, Aloha from Hawaii. And I had been sick, so I was home from school for like 2 days. And I was feeling better, but I smelled something weird. And I came out of the bedroom, and I go into the kitchen. I'm looking around. There was nothing on the stove. Everything was put away, and I smelled something weird. And I happened to look up, and I see like wisps of smoke coming through the light. And I go running into the parlor, telling my mother and grandmother, "There's smoke coming from under the light." Well, when they get into the kitchen, by then it's not wisps, it's actual smoke burning. So we had long hallways in this apartment. So my grandmother was just coming out the front door of our apartment when the next door neighbor was coming out of hers, and they went upstairs, banged at the door up on the 3rd floor, but they had music on and this and that. They were having a party. Well, it turned out, I found out, and I didn't know what they were talking about at the time, the adults, that was a bunch of hippies having an orgy, mattresses all over. They had candles burning, set the mattress on fire, and there was a mattress in the kitchen, and that's what the smoke was coming from. Hello, Shonda. How are you, honey? Yeah, I don't like them biker-looking dudes. Now, the farmer guy is kind of funny in a way because you just feel that he's like, really? What are you in here now for? Kind of like, oh, go away. But not like really creepy, just like let you know like he's irritated, you know? But then biker dudes, yeah, I get a very negative, very dark energy, feeling energy from them. Even Ronnie. When Ronnie goes down there, Ronnie has really gone in there and just like focused at night and said, there's a couple different ones down there because sometimes he feels like a guy who's kind of like a little bit irritated, like, oh, what are you doing here? You know? And then somebody else or two of them that are just like very, very dark and nasty. And he goes, I get the feeling they were not good people when they were alive. I'm doing very good, honey. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I am doing good. Hello, Miss Jamie Lynn. How are you? Yeah, I mean, it's in the warmer weather, I'm going to do like a when it's nice out in the evening. I have a good ring light for my cell phone, so I'll be able to do some like really nice nighttime videos. Up the street here from me, there is 2 small cemeteries that actually like blend into one cemetery. There is Most Precious Blood, and there's St. Stan's. And you can walk from one end and go through where one ends and the other starts. And it's a beautiful cemetery to sit in the summer because it's way up on that hill there. Oh, the cool breeze that comes through is just beautiful. Like you see stars, constellations, like really, really good. But also you will just pick up on a gazillion orbs all over the place, all over the place. And sometimes if it's real quiet, like early in the morning, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I swear sometimes you could almost hear very faint voices. Now you got to figure summertime, people talk in their houses, sounds carry, but when, you know, you don't see anyone's lights on and you doubt that they're talking and loud enough that you could hear them, you know, in the cemetery, then you kind of think like, well, I don't know. I actually want to get one of those little mini cassette recorders and take it up there with me this summer and just like take some pictures, go walking around, do a video. There is some beautiful tombstones in there, absolutely beautiful. There's another cemetery. It's actually, I think, the oldest cemetery in Hazleton, the Vine Street Cemetery. And I have to go in there during the day at least. It's not open at night, but during the day. There is a tombstone that a tree grew around. And for all appearances, it looks like the tombstone is growing out of the tree. And it's hilarious. It's just crazy just to see. It's like, huh? And yeah, but that's a nice one. Some of the tombstones and that are some markers are so old and faded that, oh my God, you couldn't even make out a name. I doubt you could, even with like wax paper and a charcoal pencil, or that you probably wouldn't even be able to make out the names. That's how old that cemetery is. But yeah, but this one up here, I remember Ronnie and I sat in there, oh God, years ago when we used to live over in Garfield Street, and we were just taking pictures one night. And a few days later, I happened to, oh yeah, let me check out the pictures. And when I started going through the pictures and checking them out, orbs all over the place. So it was like, oh wow. Yeah, I don't understand what it is about that. I know the older guy, like the former looking type of guy, I get the feeling, I don't know why, but I get the feeling that maybe he used to go down in the basement to smoke a pipe or maybe a cigar or something. Maybe the wife didn't like him. I get the feeling that he used to like maybe just go in the back there and have a few minutes of me time, smoke a pipe or something. Sometimes I smell faintly what almost smells like, oh my gosh, it's a certain kind of pipe tobacco. When I was a little girl, my family doctor used to smoke a pipe, and he used to make house calls. And I would smell that pipe tobacco before he even came in the door. Well, it's a similar scent to it that I smell sometimes down there. And I often think that maybe he just used to go get away from the wife for a bit and smoke a pipe. And me coming in or something when he is like still thinking he's back there, you know, smoking his pipe or something, is sort of like, what do you want now? You know, like, get everything you need in one shot. What's wrong with you? Why do you keep going in and out, in and out? Him around, it doesn't bother me. I don't get like uncomfortable. I don't even actually feel like the hair on the back of my other ones are around. I could feel it. I could be halfway down the steps, not even near the pantry door yet, not even in the basement. And I can just feel like, okay, they're around, because I already start getting that feeling in my stomach like, yes, exactly, Catherine. He looks crabby. He looks crabby like, oh, you again. What do you want? You know, that's why I think that maybe in life he used to come down to smoke a pipe or maybe a cigar or something down there. It was like his little private spot, and he feels I'm invading him. But the other ones, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what their deal is. I tried to do some research on the building after you told me that, and I really could not find anything even going back like 30 years that happened here, like anything bad. No fire, no fires. So I don't know. It's really, really weird. Unless maybe someone that, you know, came here because something happened to someone that had lived here. Now, there was 2 different older ladies that lived here at one point that passed away. One lady, I do believe, from what I could gather, lived here maybe about 7, 8 years ago. I don't know if she passed away here or passed away right after she moved, but she had been here for a while. And then years before that, I'm thinking the people who owned the building. I'm thinking that the wife, the grandma, passed away, because around the holidays, I will smell like a lot of flowers in the kitchen. And I don't know, like if you're in the kitchen long enough, you feel like, I don't know, you just feel like in a good mood. Like it just, the mood of the kitchen, she seems to bring something with it that, especially on holidays, like cooking and people around and everything makes her happy. And as you're doing things in the kitchen, I mean, like you can't help but getting in a good mood. It just like rubs off on you. Yeah, but the thing is, it's one thing to say like mischievous, but the vibe I get halfway down the basement steps is a little darker than just being like full of hell. Now, well, at least one of them, definitely. Even Ronnie said he picked up on it, like a very dark kind of energy that not good. He said, I don't really think he was a good person in life. That's how Ronnie described it. He said, yeah, I don't think he was a good person in life, Mom. So I don't know. But yeah, the old guy looks crabby. He's harmless, but crabby. I think he gets amused when I'm bringing like stuff in for my pantry, like coffee and stuff. I often just get the feeling. I can't see him, but I get the feeling that he's just standing there like watching me and just like shaking his head like, oh God, here we go. Yeah, they probably were sketchy when they were alive. Now, the funny thing is, there was issues with biker gangs back in the 70s and that, and even into the 80s. There was a couple of Hells Angels, I think they were, that got in trouble here in Pennsylvania. A couple of murders that they went to jail for. Also pagans, too. I mean, I knew a lot of people back in the day that rode motorcycles, but they weren't in gangs or anything like that. They just rode for fun. You know, a few friends would get together on the weekend, like to go bike riding. Same thing when I used to ride quads with a couple of friends of mine. They would all get together on the weekends and ride quads. They weren't like a gang or anything per se, you know. Yeah, that's funny you said that, Catherine, because that's what Ronnie said. That, yeah, he got that vibe. Dawn, are you still on? You're not saying anything if you are. Well, that's the one that I kind of pick up on. I don't know why. The one with the full beard, like just, yeah, I don't know. When I was going through my son Bobby's stuff the one night, it's basically just like looking for papers and everything when he went AWOL to see if I had an idea what the heck was going on with them. I definitely started getting uncomfortable. And after about 15 minutes, I just like, nope. Now, my son used to practice his guitar down there. And I often wondered if maybe him down there smoking a little weed here and there, practicing on his guitar, maybe might have stirred them up or something. When Bobby used to come here, he, because I could smell it. It would come up through my floor and be like, oh my God, really? Like, I don't know. I wonder if that might have stirred them up a little bit. Well, I was going to say, Catherine, what if they were maybe involved in life with someone that had lived here at some point, and maybe something happened to them, and maybe they came here because they knew someone that had lived here, like looking for maybe a female they knew or something. And maybe she wasn't living here anymore and they're attached to the property. Maybe they can't like go. I don't know. I wish I could get my one friend Miriam to come down from Wolfsbear. She was really good at seeing things and literally like really communicating with them. And she's been able to help a lot of people like move on. If I could get her to come down, I would ask her to maybe like just hang around the basement for a bit and go through, and just like see what she would feel and what she would make of some of them. Maybe she could actually get some of them to, leave. I mean, they're not harming anyone or anything, but it's silly that sometimes I just gotta like throw my stuff in the washer real quick and boom, that's it, and quick up the steps, because like it just feels so dark and unpleasant, which is nuts, crazy. I mean, I'm thinking with the older lady that I feel a lot of times, I'm thinking that, she had owned the property at one point and lived here for years, and this was her home. And she likes to, I think, make around, see what everybody's doing. And when you're cooking, she likes to see, what are you making? And if you have company over and everything, I think it like makes her happy when people have company and this and that. I guess it reminds her of like, when she had family and that around her. I'm assuming by now they would know that something happened to them. But yeah, there's a reason, unless of course for whatever reason they're stuck here and they can't leave. I do sage the apartment. I sage my apartment every month, top to bottom. Ronnie sages his room every month. I didn't actually do it in the basement though. That's actually an idea. I should, but I would do that during the day. I would not do that at night. That's actually a good idea though. I should do that during the day. I didn't think of that. Really doing the basement really good. That's an idea. Matter of fact, I just saged in my room 2 nights ago. And next time Ronnie has off and cleans his room, he'll sage his. He usually does his about once a month. I mean, for the most part, don't really feel much, here. But definitely, yeah, downstairs. Oh, hello, Mama. Well, so far so good, guys. I may not need moderators. Does not seem like sage basically removes negative energy and anything attached with the energy. And after we do our apartment, I don't know, it just feels like so much more calmer. Not that my apartment feels like a whirlpool of energy or anything, but I think like sometimes when you just have like a hectic month, you're busy, a lot of things going on, and then sometimes dealing with other people's issues, like just even as a friend or a family member, we tend to absorb some of their negative energy, and not negative in the sense that like they're being harsh or anything, but like if somebody you're close to is going through something and you're, you know, like talking with them or you're spending time with them unintentionally, you often absorb some of it. So sage is good to cleanse yourself and cleanse your home of, and just get rid of that negativity. We all pick it up. You pick it up from your job, from school, just from, you know, like shopping even, you could pick it up on. You could pick it up, like I said, from a friend. It's not something intentionally that, you know, another person does to you, but it's just that from interacting with people, you do sometimes pick up the negative energy, like their sadness, maybe their anger, their grief. And over time, it builds up. Yes, yes, I do. I have like one more stick left. Yes, I do. I did not know that about it being antibacterial, but that's very good to know, Amber. Thank you. Well, that's cool. I think about my grandma a lot. I used to feel her up until I want to say my mid-30s. And then I think she moved on. I think at the time she thought I was in a good place. If she could have foreseen how terrible things were going to get with me and my ex Rob, maybe like 6 months down the road, she might have stuck around. But at the time, like for like 2.5 years, we seemed like we were in a good place and everything was good and we were happy. And I think she felt that it was time for her to move on. I used to feel her. I used to hear her call me. I remember how many times coming down the steps, and like I'd be coming down the steps so far, like where the wall would be, I'd stick my head like this over the banister looking down the parlor. He'd be, you know, playing cards at the table or watching TV or something. I'd be leaning over like this and I'd be like, hey, who called me? What do you want? And they all be looking up at me like, oh, what? Nobody called you. Yeah, I heard somebody call my name. But what sounded like someone, I think, like yelling my name was actually more in here, like she was calling me. Hello, Vita, how you doing? My son and I get ours from Azure Green. I used to get it from Magical Cat because sometimes Magical Cat would have specials, but Magical Cat went out of business, unfortunately. So actually, I'll be ordering probably some in, I want to say April, I guess, from Azure Green. I never had an issue with anything I ordered from Azure Green. Aw, well, I am on, and like, you know, I try to do at least like, I want to say 4 to 5 videos a week, Vita. So I'm on here. Once in a while, I'll take like a day off, a break in between. I would have done actually my muffin video last night, but I didn't sleep that good 2 nights previous, and oh my God, I looked absolutely horrible. My eyes are bloodshot, my eyelids, you could see like the veins in my eyelids. I was like, no, I need sleep. Like, nope, I'm just not mentally in the right state to do a video. Like, no, I'll wait till tomorrow. Oh yes, that's right. The lights when the snowstorm, yeah. And that was funny. And you know what? I have tested that light out a couple of different times after that snowstorm. Nothing with that light. Light goes right on, lights up the yard right there. Not a darn thing wrong. And that was just like, the heck? Like, okay. Yeah. Now I'm curious in the summer if, you know, like when I have cookouts and everything's that, like, some of my friends leave before it gets dark, especially if they have to drive. But I have a couple of friends that like walk home that are here in Hazleton, so they'll stay like once it gets dark. And I'm curious to see if I put that big light on, if it's going to start acting crazy when I have cookouts. I do agree with you. You're absolutely right. Sometimes there are like situations that just literally make your skin crawl. And you'll probably see it in a lot of my videos, I wear an amethyst crystal. Well, Ronnie got that for me, I want to say about 8 years ago. I wear that a lot. I always wear it when I go out, even if I'm just going grocery shopping. Sometimes I wear it around the house. It has picked up so much of negativity every so often that literally it just looks darker. And so I will just like cleanse it in some running water. Although Ronnie told me I should actually clean it with baking soda. He feels that it needs a little bit of baking soda now and an old toothbrush to gently clean it. But I wear that amethyst for protection. When I first got it, I basically imbued it with the intention of balance in my life, balance when I wear it, protection. So it absorbs a lot. And the more I wear it, definitely every so often it just doesn't feel right then on me, and I know when it needs a good cleaning. Yes, Vita, I do that too. I just actually saved my apartment 2 nights ago. I try to do it once a month. Ronnie usually does his room once a month. We should actually go in the basement and sage the basement, especially the pantry and the area right by the bottom of the steps, because that is really the one area that there's some dark energy, some unpleasant things come sometimes there. I could always tell as soon as I get halfway down the basement steps, if I just start getting very, very cold, I know the biker ones are around. I could just tell. Because the old guy, I don't feel that. I could literally just turn a corner, blimp, go to start my laundry. Maybe like if I need something from the pantry, go in the pantry, and it's a little cold, but not like unearthly cold. You know the difference of unearthly cold. And like that, yeah, maybe I should go down there with some sage. I mean, the old guy, I think, just gets annoyed by me coming in, especially when I do a shopping haul. And just like, I can just always picture him in my mind, just standing there, looking like smoking a pipe or something, looking like, good Lord, woman, are you done? I could just picture that image, like a little crabby, not mean, but just like, an older guy, just crabby, like, you're invading my space. Get out of here already. Something like that. Well, there's several different stones that are good for protection. Like I said, I wear my chunk of lavender, but I imbued it with protection and balance as far as like emotions, balance as far as like how I deal with things throughout the course of a day. And I've worn that necklace a lot in 7 years. So every so often I do clean that stone. I just usually know when it needs to be cleaned. It depends. I mean, like my birthstone is turquoise. Turquoise is also a protective stone. You know, there's a couple of different ones. You may want to look up, like, per se, first of all, if you know what your birthstone is. I don't have, like, memorized per se a lot of info about stones and crystals. I mean, I do, like, work with crystals, but I don't have a lot of info, like, memorized. I do, like, use books and things. Ronnie knows a lot more about that. Well, has it more committed to memory than I do. But you could basically just, like, Google basically, like, maybe what your birthstone is and see what it says and see if that has any protective qualities, because a lot of times you can just use a birthstone. And then if there's other stones you're interested in or crystals, you can get all that info actually on Google. I mean, like, I have a nice big chunk of quartz. You can use plain quartz. Quartz, actually, Ronnie and I were able to get outside of Hazleton. It's a long walk, though, to it. It's atop of a small mountain we call Crystal Mountain. And after a rainstorm, it washes away, like, natural quartz crystal farther down the mountain. And you can take little, I want to say, like, little strainers, the little small ones, the little mesh ones. And you can actually strain the, whatchamacallit, like, strain the sand particles through it and that. And you'll actually find, like, little pieces of quartz. Sometimes you get bigger pieces, too. I actually was able to get a few points from there, quartz points. We haven't been there in several years. It's a hell of a long walk. It's probably like a good 12 miles. And I don't know if I could actually do that walking anymore. I did that about 7 years ago when my knees were in better shape. So I don't know. Topaz. Yes, topaz is a beautiful stone. Yes, that actually is a protective stone as well. My bathroom never stays closed because two reasons actually. One, I have over the door metal hooks and I have my bathrobes on there because there's not a hook on my actual door, in the door, that I could hang my bathrobes on. So I have these big metal ones, and because they are right at the very top of the door, my door doesn't close all the way. And then two, I have cats. Cats never let you go in the bathroom alone and have privacy. Privacy is something you give up when you have felines. They love to go in the bathroom when you're taking a shower, using a toilet, putting makeup on. They love to be in the bathroom with you. I don't know why, but they do. Yes, smoky quartz also, yes. So I'm used to my bathroom door not closing. It actually physically can't because of the hook that I have on top of the door that holds my bathrobes. But even then, I can close it like 95% of the way. But my cats will just come barging through the door like, hi, you're in here. I mean, I can't even take a relaxing bubble bath. At some point, one or both will just come in the bathroom and be like, hi, what are you doing? And then my boy, of course, he just stands all the way up and has his paws and he's stretching, looking down, like sniffing the bubbles, like, oh, and then he'll shake his head and go, run now. Once in a while, I feel that, like, slight chill in my front room, my parlor. But I think in that case, it's not anything from the basement or the pantry. It's very brief, for like a few seconds. I sometimes think it might be maybe something passing through, honestly. I know Ronnie, the one night, literally came out of his room and was looking up and down the hallway, and I heard him standing there, so I stuck my head out of my room, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, I just smell flowers for a moment. I said, were you thinking about your dad? He was like, yeah, actually I was. I go, maybe he was thinking about you too. My gram, it used to be lilacs. When my grandmother was around, I specifically smelled lilacs. There was beautiful lilac bushes growing in our backyard when I was a little girl. And my grandmother, well, I love lilacs too. But my grandmother absolutely adored them. They were like her favorite flower. And when she passed away, I would know when she was around because I would faintly smell lilacs. Plain as day, you would smell them and just be like, ooh, you know, and then it would be gone. Like just that strong whiff, like, you know. Like I said, I haven't felt my gram in years. Hello, Charity. What is up, honey? I don't even know who Mindy is. Are these same group of women that Linda the Bad Witch? Like, is she still on this kick? I checked out a few videos of hers, and I don't see what these people think is so wonderfully great about her. Like, I do not for a moment believe that she is just living on Social Security. She has a very nice home and everything, and you need more money than Social Security to maintain, you know, a nice house like that. Oh my God, like it's just crazy. And then this one thing I thought was really brazen. She has hashtag on all her videos about her PayPal and Patreon and this and that. And it's like, I was under the impression that Patreon is for like, if you want to do other content that may get flagged on YouTube, you can do videos on Patreon. And people can sponsor you for like $1 a month. That's what Obsolete Oddity does. He has separate videos on Patreon he does. Because so many of his videos get flagged, which they honestly shouldn't, because sometimes they are, you know, like true life historical pieces, murders and unpleasant things, but it's history. And YouTube knows this starting off with his channel, that, you know, sometimes his videos touch on, you know, some unpleasant topics, but nonetheless, they're factual. And I find his channel to be absolutely amazing. I love his videos. And it's very frustrating to see when he gets demonetized for a while. Like, what the heck, you know? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not subscribed to that woman. I have no desire to be. I'm just saying, for curiosity's sake, I went on and checked out a few of her videos, and she does not strike me as a type of person that is going to break a nail going into a damn dumpster, getting food. I'm sorry. I don't see her doing that. No, I don't for a moment believe that she would actually go in the dumpster diving. Just she comes across as being very prissy. I would never see that woman doing it. Now, me, on the other hand, you know, like I would just throw some old clothes on and put a pair of gloves on and an old hoodie and be like, okay, let's get this bitch open and get inside and see what we find, you know? But her, she just like, yeah. Oh, no, I believe it, Charity. She just comes across like that, just comes across. Yeah, Charity, lilacs were my Graham's favorite flower too. And for many years, every so often, I used to get a whiff of lilac, real strong, and then it would go away. As quick as you smelled it for a few seconds, it would be gone. And that's how I used to know my Graham was around. No, Charity. We were just basically talking about, I asked Catherine. Catherine is one of my subs. I don't know if I mentioned her to you. I know I did to Techie. That on some of my videos, she will let me know days later if she seen anything when I, you know, uploaded a video. Well, my chocolate applesauce cake video, my friend Dawn told me when she was watching it, she seen the outline of a man behind me. And she had said at one point when I was mixing, if I had like turned around like this, boom, would have been like right in front of me. And the way she described him, it sounded like Ronnie's dad. Really did. So when I was down my friend Heaven's that Sunday and I was helping her pee in her bathroom and stuff, I showed Don Ron's picture, his dad's picture, and I said, well, it did look like him. And she said, yeah, actually it did a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Not anything upsetting because Ronnie's dad would not in the least bit bother me if he was around. But the women that I am in the food group on Facebook with, ding, ding, it's dinner time. One of them mentioned that because the light burned out in my microwave about 6 months ago. I've searched all over, underneath, inside, and I cannot figure out where the light is to replace a light bulb. So my microwave has been dark for like 6 months. But when I watched the video on my friend's iPhone, I did see an orb real quick go by the microwave. Now, I did see that on my TV when I was watching my video. But on my friend's phone, I noticed an orb that was literally like right here. I noticed that, and I didn't notice it before. But one of the women said that she could see what looked like a face moving and like it was tilting its head in the microwave door. So I asked Catherine if she would watch that video and let me know, Charity, if she sees anything in it, because she sees things like I don't see them, and a lot of times I don't feel them. It's more or less the unpleasant energy I pick up on, unfortunately. Ronnie is like that too. I'm not saying I haven't seen things in my life. I have, but more often than not, I felt them more than seeing them, actually. Yeah, she does look very, like, pristine. Her hair's perfect. Her makeup's perfect. And I'm sorry, but for a moment, I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that that lady is going to go in the dumpster. No, I just don't believe that. No, not at all. She just doesn't seem like the type of person that would. I don't know. There was a video an Indian girl did. Somebody asked her to check her out and look into the stories that her and her friends like to bash people on YouTube. So this Indian girl, I forget her name, but she did a video. And at first she was like, oh, she seems like a harmless senior citizen, blah, 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 this and that. But then she happened to, in her videos and everything, she went on a live. And she started catching some very upsetting comments that were going on during one of her lives. And this girl was like, you know, my first opinion of her was this, that, and this. But then after I seen some of the comments and that were going around on her live stream, I started thinking there's a little bit more to this person. And I don't know why she'd be allowing these things to be said on her live stream and this and that. So, yeah, this was a lady that didn't even know her from a can of paint, watched a few of her videos and said, yeah, I don't think things are so kosher with this woman. So, but yeah, I wouldn't ever want to be friends with anybody in that crew. Nope, 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 nope. Most definitely, Charity. Nope, I would not want to be friends with anybody in that crew. Now, why are they picking on your friend Mindy? Charity, what is their issue with your friend Mindy? To me personally, these women are just a bunch of jealous women, man. Oh, Sherry, we were, well, talking about this lady who has a channel. Her name is Glenda, and she has some diehard followers that think she is just like the sweetest old lady, and she does not come across to me as any sweet old lady. No, she has a horrible mouth, horrible attitude, and Charity has been dealing with her and her band of cronies for quite some time, just like harassment in every way possible. And now I guess they're starting with one of Charity's friends and her channel. Well, I can tell you right now, Charity, I ever see any kind of weird comments on any of my videos from any of that crew, they're going to get blocked big time. I do not care. I'm not even going to deal with any of their butts. Yes, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, the focus on like the microwave and when I'm mixing. Because I watched it and I didn't notice anything, but I did notice an orb go by the microwave real quick. And then when I watched the video on Techie's phone, I did see an orb like attached itself literally to my shirt. It was like right there. And then when she pointed out to me the microwave, and I was really, really looking at it, it does look like something in the door, like a moving face, almost skeletal in a way, like it's tilting its head, trying to hear or trying to see. And even to prove a point to her, I had some like cleaning supplies here on this side of my counter, and I moved everything like into the sink so the reflection of it wouldn't be in the microwave. And I even moved the coffee maker over by my coffee mugs. And still, like, no, I was able to see when she took a picture that there was something in the microwave door. Like you could see like a face, like a skeletal looking face. I don't know why YouTube doesn't do something about that lady, Charity. Really, she seems like she's trouble with a capital T. Really, honestly, trouble. Her and her band of cronies. I don't know, man. Just like, wow. Life is too short to waste it just being goofy. Just harassing people. No. Nope. So many other better things you could be doing with your time and with your channel, you know? Yeah. Though there is some humdingers on YouTube. Well, any social media platform, you're going to find people like that. But I notice on YouTube there is like an abundance of them. Yeah. For the most part, if you just like block them and report them, they usually take the hint. But the nonsense that they have been doing in that is absolutely like crazy. Totally crazy. Is anybody still there? I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't know. Like, I haven't seen any comments for like 4 minutes. Oh, okay, honey. I was thinking maybe something happened with my live stream. I was like, oh no. When my internet conked out that one night, it was just being totally crazy. That was very weird. That has not happened to me since. That was really, really weird. There is an issue. Some people like to instigate Jerry Springer bullshit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. That is true. Oh, they're not bothering me. They're bothering friends of mine. Other YouTubers are dealing with this set group of old ladies. I mean, these are women older than me, some of them, that are really, really out there and really, wow, just like some horrible ass people. God, Jerry Springer, I remember, and I used to watch him back in the day. Ay. And to think, when I was home a lot, that was like my afternoon routine of watching Jerry Springer, watching General Hospital, or oh, what was the other one? There was another soap I used to like, Passions. I used to love that soap. I used to watch that. Heartbeat. There you go. Perfect word. Heartbeat. Oh my God. That is a word you do not use every day or hear every day. Heartbeat. Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, heartbeats. Yeah. Yeah, it's a group of women that are just like completely, and they're just horrible. They like talk shit on other women and say like a lot of sick shit in their live streams, and like really would be very embarrassed. If anybody was to go back and read those comments a day or two later, some really twisted shit for older women, man. Bad. Certainly troublemakers. And they have their little diehard group of, lackeys that are like right there with their nose up their butts, you know. So like for this one lady, for a moment, I do not believe for a moment that she actually went into an Aldi's dumpster and got all this food. I just don't see her doing it. No, I don't get that vibe from her that she ever set foot in a damn dumpster, to be honest. Now, maybe there is videos where she might have. I only watched like 2 or 3, and she had all this food spread out on her kitchen floor and saying that she was in an Aldi's dumpster. I don't believe it. Like, why didn't you drive up to the dumpster? Why didn't you look into the dumpster? How does anybody know you really got that from an Aldi's dumpster? How do we know you didn't buy it? But yeah, so no, if I'm going to do a dumpster diving video, I mean, I'm going to like show the actual dumpster and looking in the damn thing and climbing in the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, not just plop a bunch of stuff on the floor or something and be like, well, I got this out of a dumpster. Well, so what? You could say you did. Doesn't mean you actually did. You're absolutely right. Life is too short for that craziness. And the fact, though, that when they get reported, YouTube doesn't do anything about these women, though, is what's crazy. And I said, maybe part of it is the fact that some of them have a lot of subscribers. And YouTube makes money. The more subscribers you have and the more ads you have on your channel, they're also making money too. So when you have like 3, 4 ads per video and you have like 7, 8, you know, 1,000 subscribers or so, you're making, well, you're not rich, but I mean, you're making some money. And then when you're up in the millions, like, yeah, definitely. They're making money too, as well as the YouTubers. So maybe that has part of the reason why they don't really do much to her, because, or stop her in any way. But I don't know. Well, I don't know about around here, but I know in other states, a lot of the dumpsters, all these dumpsters are open. There's quite a few of them, like down in Texas and that. This one guy goes like every morning. He sits there in his car with his coffee and goes there like about 6:30 in the morning, almost every day, and goes in an Aldi's dumpster, and it's not locked. I don't know. In our area here, what are they like? What are they? I don't know, because I haven't been back there, you know, like to actually know, to see. But a lot of people get a lot of stuff out of them now. I wonder why the microwave, though, Catherine. That's the one thing I thought was odd. Why the microwave? Like, why not, I don't know, oven door at least, or something like where you could see with the light on, or like the wall or something. Why the microwave? Yeah, some of them in Texas are open. I know that. I honestly don't know about here in Hazleton. Oh, it is? It's a compactor. Ah, shoot. Well, there's so much for all these diving. At least I know the Dollar General dumpster down here by the, in back of the Dollar General by me, that's just a regular dumpster. And one of these times I might actually go check it out when it's a little bit warmer. People in their house right there might think I'm absolutely crazy, but hey, oh well. Well, that shattered my dreams of doing some Aldi dumpster diving. Damn it. Darn. There are plenty of other dumpsters I can check out when it warms up a little bit. Plenty of other dumpsters I could check out. So, yeah. All is not lost. When did they start doing that? Switching over to the compactors? Is it because of people doing the dumpster diving, or? Yeah, now that one I do know. Dollar Tree, yeah. I had an ex-boyfriend years ago. Oh my God. I remember it was like a Sunday, and we were just going for a walk. And we happened to come down this one in back of actually the stores. We were coming from like we had gone for a long walk, and we were like coming through this wooded area, which was on like an interstate. And then we wound up in back of a strip mall. It was a Dollar Tree, Save a Lot, Ollie's Outlet. And well, Ollie's Outlet, that time we lucked out. We got a canopy for my backyard. And the reason Ollie's had thrown it out was blue paint had spilled on top of it, I guess, somehow. But that was at the very top of the canopy. You couldn't see it from the inside of the canopy. And all the parts were there, the poles and everything. So he grabbed it and literally took it home to our house. So comes back about a half hour later with a friend of his. I was just kicking back there waiting for them. And then we took a walk down to like Dollar Tree and Blockbuster, and we were just like going through different dumpsters. And when we got to like Dollar Tree and that, like, oh my God, we found like a bunch of all kind of snacks in that time. Like we gave a bunch out, everybody. Makeup that time I was giving away. But when we hit Dollar General, we got like 8-9 bottles of detergent, 5-6 big cans of coffee. Like there was nothing wrong with them. So yeah, I mean, like you can get, good things. Yeah, when it warms up, I want to check out Dollar Tree. So like back in the day, he was a dumpster diver. And I was like, oh my God, so embarrassed. I'd be looking around like I am just going to be horrified if anybody sees us back here and you're in the dumpster. Like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, boy, how your way of thinking changes like 15 years later, At the time, I was like, you're crazy. I am not getting in there. You could go do it. I was just like embarrassed mostly, to be honest. Like, oh my God, like really, you're in the dumpster. This is like sad. Like, you don't need to be picking out of the dumpster. But yeah, he used to like to do it for fun. And there was this one grocery store we used to go to, was way out of our neighborhood. But there was a vending machine company next to the grocery store. And there was a set night that they would throw in everything that they cleared out from vending machines, like the plants and factories and everything. Not that the food was necessarily expired, but that they had to like rotate and put fresh stuff in the vending machines. So we went to this one dumpster, and there was like these cheeseburgers and things like that, and like, oh my God, and all different kind of stuff, and most of it was not expired. So we got a bunch of stuff like that. And they would have like the little pints of milk and everything that would expire in like 2 days. We grabbed a bunch of them and used them up before cracking open, like gallons. You know what? Thrift store. Goodwill. Goodwill, many years ago. Me and my friend Linda, we used to get a 6-pack of beer. Middle of the night, a summer night, we used to go out to Goodwill. We would go through bags that were left there, donated. We would go through things, divide things up that we wanted, rebag everything. We never left a mess. We even took our empties with us, and we'd make like a 2-3 hour thing of it, like have a drink, freaking just be like going through stuff, trying stuff on. It would just be having fun. And we didn't leave a mess. There was a Chinese restaurant there, and the guys would be putting garbage out and that and look over at us and just be laughing because we'd be like trying things on, modeling and stuff, and look at us like, okay, you ladies are crazy, Yeah, Goodwill. I know for a fact Goodwill, yeah, they would get a lot of donations. But again, these are all places that, you need a car to go to because, like, I can't walk to Goodwill. That's way out on the highway there, honey. How about Walmart? Anybody ever go dumpster diving at a Walmart? Any luck with the Walmart dumpster? Hello, Charity. I figure you, left for a bit. Yeah, I would like to try it, but you need a vehicle. You have to have somebody, if you don't drive, you have to have somebody with a car that, will take you. I would now, like I wouldn't have an issue doing it. 15 years ago, I was embarrassed as all hell that my ex used to do it and like they didn't have a hesitation about it. To him was fun. I mean, it was pretty cool when you found like good stuff. I was just embarrassed, like, oh my God. Now, you know what? I never knew that Goodwill had outlet stores, that they weigh the clothes by like the pound, they sell it by the pound. The Goodwill that we have here is the actual store with the tags on the merchandise. But yeah, you can find some good stuff dumpster diving. I mean, like the Dollar Tree and that I could actually walk to. I don't know, maybe when it's nicer, I'll take a trip some Sunday afternoon just for the hell of it and see if I find anything. There's a Dollar General dumpster then along the way too, farther down. Okay, yeah, see, here in Hazleton, we have a Goodwill, but it's the regular store, not the outlet. Now, one of the YouTubers I follow, Becca on a Budget, she goes to Goodwill, but it's the outlet. They sell stuff by the pound. Because I had never heard of that. And I was like, what the, what's that? Like, I never heard of that. Oh God, falling, you can't get out. Well, the way my knees are sometimes, Jeannie, I might get into a dumpster and not be able to get out. I'll be halfway in, halfway out. Call 911 and be like, help, I climbed in and I can't get out. Oh my God. Oh, geez. That would be hilarious. Rescue comes and here's a woman hanging out of a dumpster. Be like, ma'am, what are you doing? I was dumpster diving. And, I can't get out. Well, how did you get in? Well, see, that's the interesting thing about arthritis in your knees. You could get in. It's the getting back out part that gets you. That would just be hilarious. It would be my luck. Like I get in, no problem and everything, but then go to get out and it'd be like, damn it, cooperate, late, whack. Yeah, that would just be hilarious. I joked around to Ronnie the one time. I said, I'd have to get one of them grabby stick things for myself. I said I'd have to bring my step stool because I am short. And odds are, like I said, I could get in. I might have a little bit issue getting back out. So I would want to make sure I have my stool to, help. I have not had any trolls all night, Charity. I have heard about Burlington, yeah. Craft stores, I heard like Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby, that they're good too. PetSmart, the pet stores. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed your live stream last night, honey. I went to bed actually early. I hadn't slept good the 2 previous nights, and I was going to do my muffin video actually last night, but oh my God, my eyelids are red. Like you could see the veins in my eyelids. My eyes are bloodshot, and I really was tired. Matter of fact, I had hit the pillow, bump. I was out. So I seen this morning you had a chat. Social Security refers you to food bank. What if you're not on Social Security though? Like, what if you're like collecting benefits or something? Will they refer you? How often can you go to a food bank in Scotland? Can I ask Jeannie? Charity, some people get some really good stuff out of dumpsters. Let me tell you, they do. There's a lot of YouTubers channels only are dumpster diving in that, like, get a lot of good stuff. So it's like, my problem is I don't have a ride to actually, like do it, say like on a consistent basis. If I had somebody that, wouldn't mind checking it out, maybe say like 2 days a week, we could go even up to like Wolfsbear and check out like Ulta, Sephora, grocery stores up there like Price Chopper, all these up there, Dollar Tree, Dollar General up there. What the heck up there? Wegmans, different grocery stores and that. But like around here, I mean, like Giant, I know they have theirs locked. I don't know. Has anybody done any like Walmart dumpster dives? I really have not seen videos where anybody actually goes in Walmart dumpsters, to be honest. I mean, like I've seen all these in different stores like that, but I haven't seen Walmart. So can you go once a week, Jeannie, or like are you limited in that? I know like the food pantry I go to, it's once a month. Now in different counties in my state, like there's different food pantries, some of them where you could go twice a month. Some of them also give out like pet food, pet supplies. So it depends on who actually is running the food pantry. Well, let me know here when you have the free time to go, and we'll take a little trip around and see. Did you get anything good? So what the heck are people supposed to do for the weeks that they can't go to the food bank over there? The pound stores that like they have over in the UK and that, do they sell food? Like our dollar stores sell like frozen food and like dry goods, things like that. Does your version of like a Dollar Tree, a pound store, do they sell like frozen food or anything like that that maybe people could get cheap in between maybe like food bank visits? Because I was going to say, like, good Lord, if you can only go to a food bank twice a month and you don't have much money, how the hell are you supposed to eat for the weeks that you can't go to a food bank? I mean, like, I watched, there's a lot of good videos on YouTube about the universal benefits and people struggling with the universal benefit switchover and everything. A lot of people can't afford food in the UK. And going to food banks and everything and just seeing like what some of these people, have to do just to like eat is really sad. No, Charity, no. I was talking about Sage, about cleaning. I cleaned my room. Well, I cleaned my whole apartment 2 nights ago. So like that, no, that's usually like a once monthly thing I do. I said I should actually go in my basement and do the sage cleansing. But no, Charity, I don't know if you watched my video of the chocolate applesauce cake. One of my friends, who is also a sub, told me that she's seeing someone behind me. Now, when I watched the video on my TV, I didn't see it. But I did notice an orb real quick go by the microwave. Well, when my friend Techie was here a few days later, she had watched it when she heard the conversation with me and someone else. That person watched it and said, yeah, there's a face in your microwave. So when Techie came up, she was watching it on her phone and she pointed out to me that there was an orb on my shirt, literally like right here. And she had seen it in the microwave door too. And she was taking pictures of it with her cell phone. So I had like cleaning stuff over here and I moved it in the sink. I moved my coffee maker over and I said, now take a picture, because when you looked at the microwave, you didn't see it. But when you took a photograph, you could see it in the photograph, which was weird. And she said, no, there's still something in the microwave door. Even though your coffee maker, you don't see the reflection of the coffee maker in it or anymore. She said, no, it's not the coffee maker, not any of your cleaning stuff here on this side. No, it was something like literally in the microwave door. And that's pretty much what we were talking about. Like, I didn't see anything when I edited it. When I edited the clips in that video, I didn't see anything. But then when someone mentioned it to me that they seen something behind me, I watched the video and then I watched it on the TV. And that's when I noticed a little orb by the microwave. So, like, I wouldn't say that there's more spirits, Charity. It's just that I think with some of my videos, someone or, several try to, I guess, get my attention, but I don't see them. And I only feel them if it's like the only time I feel anything around is if it's not nice, if it's dark, if it's nasty, if someone like had an untimely demise and died a violent death, I literally would be able to like open the door up of that house and set foot in that door and instantly I would get bombarded with it. I would be able to feel it. I would be able to tell you like how they died, what happened, how old they were probably, or a good estimate. I mean, like the hair in my arms, the hair in my neck would stand up and I'd be very uncomfortable and couldn't wait to get the hell up. But if I go in, someone passed away of natural causes and basically was a pretty pleasant person, I'm not even gonna feel that they're there. But I do pick up on the bad and the nasty, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Ronnie is the same way. Yeah, like I would like to know, if like say a friend is around or something, not, somebody that, God forbid, murdered someone 40 years ago or some damn thing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't want to feel that dark negative energy because it is very overwhelming. And just makes you feel so dirty. Like you literally could take 100 showers and not feel clean from it. You have to cleanse yourself with sage and that after that, even more than sage. Herbs in the bath, we're talking stones, everything kind of cleaning, because you just feel dirty through and through. Dirty like to your soul. It just like, ugh. Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, like, I felt like, you know, an older lady here. That doesn't bother me. My ghost kitties don't bother me. My cats are so used to them, it doesn't bother them either. And I imagine if I could probably see them, there's probably like 4 cats on my bed sometimes instead of just my 2. But downstairs, sometimes you definitely feel them too. That just, I don't know. I don't think at least one of them was a very good person. I just get that. But I have literally been in places where like someone passed away and it didn't bother me. Like I could go in that person's house and sit there and, you know, be fine, have coffee, everything is good. And then I could walk into somebody else's place and instantly be like, yeah, something not good happened here. And then go into a room and definitely be like, oh yeah, something bad happened here. And you just can just tell. And the longer you stay in it, you kind of get like flashes of what happened. That's how it is like for me. But some little old lady that passed away in her sleep won't even affect me. It won't even bat an eye. Yeah, there is some here, Charity, but they don't bother me or Ronnie. They're harmless. The older lady, the ghost cats. Maybe it is 3 of them now. I don't know. I only ever seen the 2, but Catherine told me about a 3rd one, a nice, pretty orange and white one that apparently likes to look out my window right there over my sink. And that's interesting because sometimes Oreo loves to go on this counter, spend a lot of time here, and he'll be trying to get in the cupboard and everything, but he looks over at the window. So maybe he sees it, but he's so used to the ghost cats around that it doesn't faze him either, you know. So yeah, there's a few here, but the ones that are downstairs, big difference from being up here and feeling nothing, just maybe an occasional scent of something, as compared to go down there and the hair in the back of your neck and your arms and instantly feeling sick to your stomach. That's how I know. This is how I know when the negative energy is around downstairs. I start feeling, my insides start getting very twisted up and I feel very nauseous really quickly, like, oh. Putting flour down on the table, there was a man standing right there looking down at the bowl. He does look like Ronnie's dad. Wow, so Dawn was right. When I showed Dawn Ronnie's dad's picture and she said, yeah, that looked a lot like him. Because I said, did he have facial hair? This and she said, no, no, no. Looked like he had a leather jacket on, something like you wear, and just like watching you, she said, with like an amused look on his face, like, what the hell are you doing, woman? Now, see, that doesn't bother me. If Ronnie's dad is around at times, that would never, ever bother me in the least. And because I think about him a lot and I miss him. And I think about him a lot. And my whole family misses him. And in the summertime, well, even now in the winter, I mean, like we find pennies, change, And in the summertime, all the butterflies and all the queens and everything, pennies from heaven. So I know that he watches over us. So that, is a comforting thing if he's, here. That doesn't bother me. Oh my God, there was a cemetery in your backyard. Oh, good Lord, no wonder. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to live that close to a cemetery. I mean, not that I'm afraid of cemeteries. I actually find them peaceful and very interesting. But anytime I've ever been in a cemetery, I've noticed that it's just like so much usually going on. That's like sensory overload. I've taken pictures years ago in the same cemetery up the street here, and it looked like it was snowing in front of my camera. That's how many orbs there was in the pictures. It was crazy. And I bet you if I was to get one of them little micro cassette recorders, I could probably get some good EVPs too, which would be interesting. I've often wanted to leave one running here. Go out shopping, whatever. Leave it run and see if I catch anything when I'm not home. But then I often wonder, what would I do if I hear like somebody's voice I recognize? Is it going to weird me out, or I don't know how I would react to that, I don't know. That's kind of iffy. I don't know how I would react to hearing like someone's voice that, I knew when they were alive. Like, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't scare me, but I just don't know if that would maybe weird me out a little bit. I don't know. But I've often thought about doing that. But the thing is, am I going to be able to handle maybe some odd things I might hear? That's the whole thing too. Like, I don't know, Yeah, honestly, no trolls tonight. It has been a nice, simple chat. No trolls at all. I'm going to have to tell Ronnie that, Catherine, in the morning. Like I said, that doesn't bother me in the least. That, kind of follows through. I mean, I guess because, I think about him a lot. I miss him a lot. Sometimes, just a song will come up in a playlist or something on YouTube, or a song will pop up that I haven't heard in years and be like, oh God, we used to like this song and this or that or whatever. Like, oh man. Yeah, he had a leather vest and he had a black leather jacket like I wear. He used to wear the leather vest when he would go out. He used to wear the leather vest when he would go out. Usually with one of his nicer dress shirts under it. Summertime, he used to wear like a t-shirt under it, but to be honest, Jeannie, people are talking about it, but nobody is like going mad, fanatic, crazy, running around like buying out stores. I really have not heard of anybody locally doing it. I mean, everybody is aware of the coronavirus, but nobody is really, at least like, the stores aren't reporting that they're, dealing with it. And I know a few people that work in Giant, a few people work in different Walmarts, and nobody is saying like they're being bought out, like there's a mad rush for things, like I don't think it's that people don't take it seriously. I mean, like it was on the news that they say the masks that they were telling everybody, like everybody was running around getting, they say they really are not going to stop the particles that tiny from actually coming through. Your best bet is to like wash your hands a lot and clean your surfaces good with something, and like you need to clean frequently and wash your hands good. Okay, so okay, Charity. I was going to say, I never really see anybody ever do like a dumpster dive haul at Walmart. That makes sense. Well, I don't have to worry about antibacterial soap because with Ronnie working at Henkel Dial, when there's product giveaway, he brings home like 4 to 6 bottles of antibacterial hand soap. And if he brings home like more than 6, I'll put 1 or 2 aside for, you know, each of my close friends and give it to them. I mean, like, I, you know, clean a lot anyway, just like the past couple of days, I've been like wiping everything down more so than usual. Like the TVs and friggin' the remotes, like the stands, the coffee tables, and this and that. You know, like using the wipes more, but I mean, like I haven't really heard of anybody like going crazy about it. Yeah, well, see, I have enough supply of hand sanitizer for about, I want to say, 2 to 3 months, maybe even more so. When they have product giveaway at Ronnie's job, he brings home Purex detergent. He brings home different hand soaps. He brings body wash home. He brought some bottles home of Tone the one time, and I didn't know they make Tone body wash. I was really surprised by that. I did not know that they were like a subsidiary of that. So I was like, oh, okay. I think of anything that I would stock up extra. I mean, I have a good amount of everything in my pantry, so I'm good for a bit. But I mean, like, honestly, I would just hope if people are sick, stay the hell home. Definitely stay the hell home, you know? And if you work on a computer for a company, you should be able to work from home. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, my battery is running low. Let me see here. What am I at? Okay, I'm only at 10% now. All right, thank you, Catherine. I know, I see in Italy and that it's really, really bad. But did you notice, though, that small children are not as affected by the coronavirus as adults? I read 2 different articles online about this, and I'm going to be ending this live stream, guys, in like about 5 more minutes because my battery is running really low. But I read 2 different articles online that the coronavirus, it's not affecting children anywhere near as bad as it is adults, which is interesting. What is it about kids' immune systems that they're not getting sick as often or as many of them as compared to the adults? And I'm wondering, does that include kids that aren't immunized? Because that's a whole another ballpark of people there. Yeah, so I mean, that was really good to talk about that, Charity. I have enough, honestly. I am like stocked up for about probably until, I want to say March, probably till about June, even with laundry detergent and that. Yeah, it seems to be hitting folks that age the worst. Definitely the worst, in their 70s and that. But if you have a pre-existing health condition, it can really affect you too. And that's a scary thing, because I have heart trouble. So I don't know if that would make me more susceptible to something like this. I mean, I've gotten a flu shot for years. I know the flu shot doesn't do anything for this. But honestly, I think if people just stayed home when they were sick and washed their damn hands. I've been in a mall bathroom. I've been in a Walmart bathroom. I've seen some of the most attractive looking women use a toilet, come to a sink, fix their makeup, fix their hair, leave, and then they're holding babies and, holding their kids, or, talking with their husbands, whatever. And it's like, ew, you grody bitch. Like, oh my God, that's disgusting. So, like, yeah. Um, Hello, music lover. Oh, I'm going to be ending this in a couple of minutes, honey, because my battery is down to 7% on my laptop. Yeah, I mean, like, if you have a pre-existing condition, I imagine this can still make you very, very sick. Right? Yeah, me too. If they start closing. What are you supposed to? What are people supposed to do? I mean, think about it for a minute. If they close things and they don't want people leaving their homes and going to work, how are you supposed to pay your bills? Your power isn't going to just give you free power, and your landlord's not going to let you live rent free. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Ah, okay, so that makes sense. Would that apply to kids that aren't vaccinated too, though? I mean, just children in general? Now, see, I would be happy by a beach. And in a former life, in a past life, I must have lived by a beach. I had to. I had to, because I am drawn to water and the beach, and I'm not even a good swimmer, but I am drawn to water. So I don't know. I still say in a past life I lived by a beach somewhere, sometime. Even like being on a boat or something. Like, I'd love to like actually go spend a few days on a houseboat. Well, I don't know what landlords would do, because if their tenants aren't working and people are ordered to stay home, the landlords aren't going to have any money and the tenants aren't going to have any money. Now, how many people have enough savings that they could actually go weeks without working? And how would that affect, say, people like me who get our checks direct deposited? No, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's. Well, God bless if, that wouldn't happen to you. But for those of us who